Welcome to One Word Show, the most... Did they change their set again? Show in the world.
Did we?
Did we? I think we did.
I'm not sure.
I don't
Did we
know.
do it before?
Maybe. So I'm joined by Daniel.
No, I'm joined by Jacob.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been on the show before, right? I mean, it was a pretty forgettable.
No, I was on a One Word podcast.
Oh, what's that?
It's this thing that used to be here. Now it's One Word Show.
So it's better.
So it is, well, you're still the host.
Oh,
So
that was a big...
we'll leave that to the audience to decide if it's better.
Yeah, probably the best.
Oh,
So would you like to know your words, since you actually do know how this show works?
I really am afraid to find out what words I have, honestly.
You have two randomly selected words you get to choose from. And the word you choose will probably be the subject of our podcast/show. I'm not supposed to say podcast anymore.
No, it's a show.
We need to have like a coin jar where every time you say podcast, you have to put a coin in the jar.
I'd have a lot of money.
And then once it's full, we all get steak.
No, I get steak. All right, what are my words?
All right, your words are soul or Peepshow.
All right. Wow. I guess I'll go with soul.
Why not Peepshow?
Because I figured it'd be like a really short conversation. I mean, there's not much you can say about it, really.
Because it's just a peep.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be quick. It's supposed to be just seeing something for a few minutes or seconds, I guess.
Kind of like the show. Is this just a peep show?
I hope not.
All right. So soul.
Soul.
Are we talking like soul music? Or like a soul? Or like... And it's not S-O-L-E, not the sole of your shoe.
I hate those, by the way.
Yeah.
Because they wear out all the time.
Yep.
You can have like a great pair of shoes that you really love, and the sole wears out, and they're useless.
They ain't got no soul.
Ain't got no soul. You know, like the worst. I had a pair of real nice leather shoes that I loved and everything, and the sole wore out, and it got a little crack in it, and like all the water would come in when it was raining. It was
The
really
disclaimer here is this is not the soul we're talking
bad.
about.
No, this is not. You know, and actually, one of the worst soul-related stories I have is your old shoes. Remember those?
Oh, no.
Jacob used to have these shoes that he'd wear here in the office, and they made a squeaky noise every time he walked down the hall. It was the funniest sounding thing.
Yep. That was quite a while ago, though.
Yeah. We always knew when you were walking in the office, though.
So...
All right, so soul.
Soul, the other one.
So, I don't believe in soul.
You don't?
No, I don't believe it.
But it's a beautiful city.
I don't believe it exists.
You don't believe in Seoul, South Korea?
No, don't believe it exists.
It's a beautiful city.
Have you been there?
No?
If you haven't been there, how do you know it exists?
Oh my god. How do I know it exists? Google Maps told me, and Google would never lie to me?
Google would most certainly lie to you if it meant that they get some more money out of you.
Yeah, how do they make money off of pretending a city exists?
I'm not saying that they're part of the conspiracy.
It's their conspiracy. You're calling them out.
Maybe it's a Bing thing.
We all know it's not a big thing.
So, Seoul, Korea obviously exists. I've never been there, but I would think it does. But Seoul, as far as like you have a soul internally, I don't think that exists.
Why not?
I believe that, you know, the soul is really the brain and the synapses in the brain. What we perceive as being a soul is actually just electric pulses. So I just don't believe that you know, you have like the separate energy or being inside you.
Does that mean my phone has a soul?
Your phone could have a soul if it could. If we get AI to the point where it can learn on its own, I would say that that's pretty much the equivalent. I think humans are kind of like ultimate AI machines, if you think about it. I mean,
Except we make a lot of mistakes.
but that's the thing. All right, so when AI comes out for electronic devices, they'll probably make mistakes too. They'd have to. I mean, how else do you learn, right?
You just know.
No, you don't. I mean, if you look at every choice that you've made in life, how many of them were wrong but helped
All
you
of
to
my
make
choices
Well,
were
that's
right.
true. No, all yours were wrong. I mean, honestly, you're on this show.
Oh, good point.
No.
I could have
But-
been a doctor, a lawyer. Well, not a doctor.
You could have been a lawyer. You're a good arguer, but that's
No, I'm not. And here are 10 good reasons why I'm not good at arguing with people.
But going back to the AI thing, if you have artificial intelligence that's learning, doesn't it have to make mistakes to learn more? I mean, that's how humans learn, right? So you take
No,
a
we
kid,
don't learn. That's kind of why we need AI.
but they'd have to make mistakes to learn from them, I would think. You take a little kid and like you have a hot stove and the kid touches it, the kid knows never to touch that again. It's hot. That's a mistake that they learn from, right?
Unless, turns out they like it, that kind of thing.
Ow.
Yeah.
That could be painful.
It could.
If you're into burning yourself, ow.
Yeah.
Ow. Anyway, going back to my point, wouldn't technology have to make mistakes to learn?
Not if it's programmed not to.
Then it wouldn't be learning.
Exactly. And who needs that? All right, so here's my question. You're talking about technology or AI getting smarter and smarter.
Right.
At what point does an AI become smart enough that we have to give it basic human rights?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm not
See?
sure. I would think, wasn't there a movie, Bicentennial Man,
Yes.
where they kind of covered that? I think that's kind of the way I see it. Once they can make choices on their own and the choices are based on logic of some type, I think they probably would have to be given some rights, wouldn't they?
But doesn't some AI do that already?
I don't know. Do they have feelings?
No.
Aren't feelings part of that?
Feelings are
requirement?
just chemical imbalances in the brain.
Right. So they don't have chemical imbalances. So therefore, they're not human, right?
Who says they need to be human? Why do they have to be us? Why can't they be a new species that's better than us?
Okay, but animals have chemical imbalances, right?
Yeah,
And we don't give them those rights.
so what separates an AI from an animal?
That's
Or is there no
question.
separation? Are they just tools we use, like horses that draw our plows?
That's a great question. It is, and I would think that we'd have to treat them more like animals, I guess. But there are some. We know someone who's very adamant that animals need to be given every right they possibly could be given.
Do animals have souls?
They have the same electronic processes that we do.
That's
They
such
ha-
a cold reaction,
There are no
Have no
souls.
soul. What about ghosts?
There are no such thing, in my opinion.
Oh,
And I know there's some people who work here who would adamantly argue with me, but I absolutely do not believe in ghosts.
I believe there's like residual energy, when you live
There's
in a
no
place.
evidence of that.
Oh, come on, there's some spookies.
There are some shows that spend their whole half an hour trying to make it seem like that's the case.
Yeah, and they're funny.
they,
those are
they
comedy
funny
shows to
sometimes.
me.
Yes, they're funny. The guy goes in a dark room, has to be a dark room.
Is
and all of a
anyone
sudden-
in here? Bang. That
and
wasn't
then
our producer.
but then they always run out as if it's some surprise to them that there is a noise. It's like
Oh no, we gotta leave here.
you're going after a ghost and you hear something and that scares you. I thought that was what you wanted.
They just got no soul.
So
What about soul music?
I love soul music. I love all music though.
Does all music have soul, or is
No.
that the only
No,
genre?
you can have some really bland, boring music. I mean, honestly, there's some stuff that I would say doesn't have soul.
like anything I'd produce.
Like anything you listen to for the most part.
Wow. Oh,
I mean, you have the worst musical taste I've ever seen. And it's not that you have really bad musical taste, it's that you have the hardest time accepting something new.
I'm picky when it comes to music.
Picky? No. This is not picky. This is OCD. You have a playlist with how many items is it? 20? And
No.
you debate on whether you should add something new and what will be removed.
It's probably like 60.
But you cannot just accept new. There's something wrong with your soul.
It's commonly stated that gingers don't have those.
Don't have souls?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Thanks, South Park.
yeah, thanks, South Park.
Yeah.
And until South Park, like, no one actually called you a ginger.
Nope.
It was not a thing. And then all of a sudden, like, everyone referenced you. Even your brothers and sisters are like, oh, yeah, he's a ginger. Yeah, that became a thing.
Well, I mean, at least I can stand out in a crowd. Like I go to conventions sometimes. I'm like, you can find me. That's honestly what I do. And it works.
That's unique.
So I think that's everything. Unless you have any final words on soul.
I don't believe in them. That's it. I mean, honestly.
So what happens when you die?
I
And then
believe
you're
that
floating around as a little wispy, juicy thing, like
you
floating
know,
in the air,
no one
pulpy
knows
and
what
tiny.
happens when you die, and if I find out after I die that actually I was wrong with my beliefs, I'd be okay with that either way. But I believe once you die, it's just over. It's fade to black. You're done.
Like a movie ending?
Well, I'd hope it'd be like a cinematic, like really big dramatic ending.
I'm just hoping like the credits start rolling of your life.
Yeah, I'm really afraid.
Produced by Quentin Tarantino.
Now I'm
directed by
afraid to see what happens at the end because, like, some of the things from my life I wouldn't want to, relive.
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay, well
Yeah.
then that's gonna be a bad flick.
Exactly.
He had Sixth Sense, awesome. Everything else, not so much.
All right. Well,
No
if,
souls.
if you guys think that this was a very soulful episode of this show, then where should they go?
OneWordShow.com
Maybe.
or Facebook or Twitter or
Or subscribing on YouTube.
subscribing to YouTube and hitting the bell would be
Bell.
really good because you want those
Show
notifications.
us how much soul we have.
Yeah, because you definitely want to see what happens next.
And I'm going to cold close it. Bye.
Bye.